Hi everybody, welcome to another video. This one's one of our comparison ones where we've got two tanks the same, do everything on the same day, the same materials, etc. So the only difference is the tool really. So we've got the Sata 5500X in an I pattern 1.2 tip and the W400 Iwata Bellaria in a 1.3 tip. Now, my main reasoning for putting, it's for clear coat by the way, my main reason for putting these two together was that one is 3 times the price of the other. In the UK, the Sata is around about £550, which is about 850 US dollars, maybe 900 US dollars. So a lot of money, you know, whichever way you look at it, it's a lot of money. And the W400 is about 100, you can get it on eBay from Japan for about 145 GB pounds. Or you could anyway, I don't know whether it's going to pounds. This video was done about 5 months ago, although I'm narrating it now, if that makes sense. So, both of them come without a cut. So, you know, I'm comparing like for like. The Sata, for some reason they chose not to put it a cut. They give the, you know, the Sata throwaway cups. They send you a small one and a larger one of those. But I often use the real cup, so it doesn't matter to me whether they come with that or not. But I would like to see it come with a cup just because of the price of the thing. Anyway, it doesn't. So I'm comparing one without a cup to one without a cup. So one is 3 times the price of the other. So what do they spray like? Well, I said I pattern because this video, as I say, is about 5 months old. And this was one of the first times that I've used the Sata. Although I'm narrating it now, and I've had quite a bit of use out of it. So I feel that you know, I can guide you through it a bit better. But I've managed to pick up on the internet a 1.2 pattern in the RP. I've also got a couple of HVLP versions as well for the base coat, but let's concentrate on the RP because that's what this is about. So I've got to learn to use the I and the O, and they're not as different as I thought they would be. I've recently got the C1 and C2 caps on the DV1 clear coat, which is a huge difference between the two. So I was expecting, or I was thinking similar would be the same for the Sata, but it isn't. It doesn't seem to be that much different. It is a different pattern. It's a slightly more squat pattern and a bit wetter in the centre. So it tends to make it a little bit faster. I think I prefer the I pattern over the O pattern. Both of them you can get really good finishes with. Anybody that's seen my videos before will know that my problem with the Sata, I've only had a 4600, is it 4400 Sata, and the little wheel keeps catching my thumb and it really drives you mad. It sounds like a small thing, but it really drives you mad because it just keeps changing the fan. So with the larger Sata, it doesn't happen at all because it's a bigger gun. There's more room. It's much easier. So that little gripe has gone. So I'm really enjoying using the Sata, although I can't see the price justification really. To be fair, the W400, people will be quite aware of the way I feel about that. If you're new to the channel, they're really good guns. Very good, well made, reliable and not expensive. You can get a huge range of caps. Normally on the internet you can get cheap sort of needle sets that people have been had hanging around for 5-6 years, never used, so it's new and you can pick them up for like 30-40 quid. So you can change the size of the jets. You've got the LV2 cap, the Bellaria, which is BA4 cap. You've got the WBX, the WB. WBX incidentally is made for water-based base coat, but it's really good with clear coat. But I haven't tried that because they're actually more expensive. They can't justify surely the changing the cap makes the gun twice the price, but it does for some reason. So I'm doing it against the Bellaria because the Bellaria, as I say, is a third of the price. If you're trying to split these in performance wise, I don't think you can really do it, because the finish, as you will see, is superb with both of them. You can't argue with either gun. The fact that one of them you might have to sell your house to buy, you know, is part of the problem, really, I suppose, because, as I say, if you're trying to split the finish, you won't be able to. They're both really, really good guns. I couldn't pick a winner, really, as far as that goes. There's an obvious winner, of course, because of the price of the Sata, because it can't possibly justify 3 times the price. And I know there's a lot of people out there that really love their Satas because they are, you know, they are well made guns. I don't think they're any better made than the Iwatas, to be fair. And some of the design features, like the fact that to lock the fluid needle in position, you're actually screwing in and out of the gun all the time. There's like a knurled knob which secures it, and it's going in and out the gun body. Now, if you're using it a lot on a lot, I would think that's going to wear out, and it's wearing the gun body out. It's not like you can like unscrew an assembly, put a new one on, and away you go. I know people that have got Satas, had them for years, and that isn't a problem. So maybe it's just me overthinking the situation, really. But it does seem odd to me that that's the nut there that I'm doing up there, and it goes directly into the gun body, and you think to yourself, well, surely you should have something that's stiff enough just to adjust and just lock the needle in, that doesn't screw into the body. Anyway, enough of that. So, you know, the idea is to compare these two guns, and as I say, you won't find a winner out of them. They both spray really nice, very, very well. Is the Sata the best gun I've used? Well, it's up there, to be fair. It is up there. It's a really good spray gun, but there's many good spray guns on the market at the moment. The DV1 for clear is a really good clear gun. You know, even the old GTI Pro Light T20 combination is a really good clear gun. The Segola, for me, the DVR, I think they call it, yeah, DVR in the 1.3 is a really good clear gun. So there's lots of good clear guns about. You'll notice I put the various settings on the guns at the start so that you can see what settings I'm using. And the Sata, incidentally, just to let people know, 2 3/4 turns out is full fluid. So anything more than that, it's not pulling the needle back anymore, so it won't make any difference. It will go more, but it's not making any difference at all. And it's about 4.5 turns out for the W400. So if it looks like, you know, when you look at the settings, that I'm using more or putting more fluid on, or bringing the needle out further on the W400, it's not the case. It's just that the range of adjustment is very small. Like the DV1 clear, it's 1 3/4 from nothing to full. 1 3/4 turns out, which is something like 4.5 turns out on the GTI Pro Light. So it's quite a move away from what they normally do. So I thought I'd give you that as a bit of background, really, so that if you're looking at the settings, you're thinking, oh, there's a lot more going on. There's not. If you look at the beauty of having these two tanks exactly the same, if you look at the time it takes to clear a tank, the actual Sata is much faster. So it's obviously putting the more fluid on to enable the painter to move quicker. Because, you know, when you first start with a gun, you're not sure what speed you're going to go. You just have to look at the way things are laying down and adjust your speed accordingly. So here's the finished tanks anyway. As I say, this is a really heavy metallic green. It looks blue in the by the camera, but it's actually it's more of a green, but it's really deep metallic, a lot of metallic in it. But both of them give a really good finish. No, you can't split them. The only thing that splits them is like 3 times the price, which is a lot of money. So thoroughly recommended both of them. If you feel like pushing the boat out, then get the Sata. But if you want the same results without pushing the boat out, then get the Bellaria, which is the same as the Kiwami 4, basically sprays exactly the same. Okay guys, well thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for the subscriptions, the likes, the comments, etc. Cheers, thank you.